John had worked for years to save up and finally buy his dream lake cabin. For him, the place was more than just a home. It was a quiet retreat where he could relax, fish, and enjoy the peace of nature. But almost immediately after moving in, he discovered that his cabin sat next to a neighborhood controlled by a notoriously demanding HOA. The most outspoken member was a woman everyone quietly referred to as Karen. She believed her opinion carried more weight than the property lines themselves. It started small, comments about how John parked his truck or how his cabin didn't match the neighborhood style. John brushed it off, reminding himself that he technically wasn't part of their HOA. One summer weekend, John returned from town only to find strangers lounging on his dock, coolers open, music blasting. He quickly realized they were guests of Karen, who had apparently told them the lakefront was community property. John remained calm but firm, explaining that this was his private dock, and that they needed to leave. The guests didn't argue much, but within an hour, Karen herself stormed over, furious that John had banned her friends. The situation escalated when Karen threatened him, declaring she would make a call. Within 30 minutes, local police arrived at John's property. Karen had accused him of being hostile and blocking residents from enjoying the lake. But when officers listened to both sides, they asked one simple question. "Ma'am, do you have any legal right to this property?" Karen reluctantly admitted she did not. John calmly produced his deed, proving the dock and shoreline were entirely his. The officers then turned their attention to Karen, gently explaining that she had allowed her guests to trespass. Embarrassed and red-faced, Karen had no choice but to retreat. John, meanwhile, was left with an important reminder. Standing firm and knowing your rights could silence even the loudest voices. From that day forward, no one dared to use his cabin or dock without permission.